last episode, you'll remember I made an announcement that was saying that looks like Swazi, who's been with Bushiri for years, is said to have been resigning and wanting to go and do ministry away from ECG, even though there was a portion in the letter where it speaks about submission, being connected to ECG at that point. Yeah, Humbly's to submit under thing. So what it means is basically that if she's a pastor of a different church, she's not obligated to be doing ECG things. One thing that people might not understand, there is a lot of rules in ECG. There's a lot of rules. You remember there was that booklet thing that came out on ECG pastors. When they do big services, pastors are required to be there or not do anything in their local churches so that people can either be watching Baba Bush online or something. So in that story, or in me announcing that thing, what you would have heard me saying is, I was putting it with a bit of caution, just in case they come out to say, no, there's no such a thing, right? And I made it in such a manner because, they can trap you. they can give you a fake story to discredit you. This is how I had got it. You'll see at the top, it shows Pastor Swazi's resignation letter. Now, as you can see in the title, I'm saying that, we can confirm that this is Swazi's request. Now, and that's because along the time when this is posted, there was something else as well that she posted, right? And so what she posted gives light to that what we see in this letter right here is from Swazi. Okay? So I want to show you that. It's actually to show if I haven't done other episodes, if I haven't done the intro. Other episodes done, they'll be done in the pinned comments. Alright, the whole 9 Khwajas. Go check them. That's supporting the channel. That alone, just checking the other episode. So I want you to note something that's said in the post first. So in the post, she mentions this thing. Since the passing of her mother, we showed that it was around 2022, right? It's been about 3 years now, 3-4 years or so. Says, I have been burdened in my spirit to continue the legacy of Pastor Emmanuel and Thandi Dlamini, my parents, to re-establish their ministry and so forth, right? So you see that part. So that was put in the letter. And that was the reason why I made the video. If that was not there, I would have not read this thing until it was public. It was that there was something. That's why in the first episode you will hear me saying, if the person if this was put to dupe us, then the person is wicked. Yeah, because right there is something that should be close to her, in the sense that parents and the whole 9 Khwajas and whatnot, right? So that is why I made that episode, because I had heard pastors who were in ECG who served under ECG, discarded to nothing, and they regretted it after serving 10, 15 years in ECG. So when I heard that, that's the reason why I made the first episode. Okay? So why is it that now that part there, the legacy of the parents and to re-establish their ministry, why am I saying that tells us that this is directly from Swazi? This is not, even though we might say, maybe not. You see, if you check there, the date of this post, which I didn't show on the first episode, it says the 3rd of January 2026, Pastor Swazi, right? All right, very interesting. Go to Swazi's Facebook page, right? When you're on Swazi's Facebook page, this is the page, scroll down and down, and the parents' picture comes up. 3 days back. Interesting. And you can see the 4th of January, so that roughly counts to about 3-4 days back, right? And what does she say in the post? In the post she says, your legacy will live on through me, my children, and their children, mom and dad. Says the prayer, or as we waiting for till a rapture. So that particular thing about the legacy of the parents is there on the post that she made on her Facebook page. You may not have the resignation letter, but you have this, right? And both those things say the same thing, and they are posted the same day, if not one day apart from each other. The other one, as we did show, the other one says the 3rd of January. On the 4th, she posted this. Post comes to me on Monday. So this is the screenshot. On Monday, that's when I see this particular post, and then the post is sent. You see that. And so Monday, when you check the dates and the mandamus thing, it's roughly on the 5th. So this letter was sent on the 3rd. She posts on the 4th. I get this on the 5th. Right? And so now we know that this confirms that Swazi indeed sent the resignation letter. Now, that's not the only thing. Yes, so that's not the only thing we are going to take. That's not the only thing we're going to take. I have one more thing that tells us this particular information. If we go back to that post that she made on Facebook, and you look at the comment in the post there, you will notice also in the comment section, when this person was talking about but God who spoke to you will carry you if you are not right? And then there is some likes. She likes that one. All right. You come down. Okay. So that one, God will carry you through. Fear not. Okay. Then we come down. This person then says, we will miss you, my pastor. So clear distinction of being in ECG and living. Bear in mind at this point, the resignation, we don't see it. It's not public. Okay. So this person says, we will miss you, my pastor. Wish you all the best. And that one she likes as well. So that tells you she indeed is living right there. Or she indeed did send the resignation letter. For a lot of people, maybe they felt like can't be true, as if this church, people can't leave this church. There are people who have become so much about their church and thinking that they have completely isolated other churches, completely. And this is an era where your pastor functions by himself, individually, nothing else. It's an error. He says, upon this rock I will build my church. He builds his church. Forget yours. He builds his church. You, if you are a Christian, because we can't say you as if everyone is part of the body. Hey, some people are dodge man because they are really not interested in the God of the Bible. But if you are a member of the body of Christ, I want you to hear me and hear me very well. You are a member of a global body apart from your church. You are a member of a global body beyond your church, beyond your walls. We are not just called to bring people to our church. We are called to bring people to Jesus. If you take people to your church and that's the end of that, I pity you. We bring people to Jesus. And because people do not align with your church, does not mean they are not saved. That's also baby Christian mentality. Yeah, it's cool. spiritual maturity is still far. There are people who are in faith, who are not. You even hear when Jesus says, he says, he has another flock. That is not part of the particular herd that he was with at that time. And they too must be brought in. So that alone should have told you. Jesus knows where he has drawn his people. He says, when I be lifted up, I will draw all men. By all men, it doesn't mean every person who lives on the earth. He says, by all men, he means the people that hear his voice. I will draw all men unto. So that right there tells you something about Messiah's goal. Messiah's goal is not just to have people agree with us, but it tells you that his goal also extends to people that might look like they're outside of your reach. So don't dismiss people because you can't verify, you can't validate. There are people who are born again who are saved. That's what I've warned about the holiness movement. Okay, you believe this is what the kind of a church you want. Yeah, do that. Don't be out here now condemning all churches because you think this is church. What that does is you're ostracizing yourself. Ostracizing. Is that the word? You're cutting yourself off from the inheritance of the body. There is a unified inheritance in the body. The Bible talks about it. I think it's in the book of Ephesians, where it speaks about an inheritance amongst the saints. See if I want to do. I want you to see this, okay? It's in the book of Acts. There's something in Ephesians, but the one I'm looking for is in the book of Acts. This is how he puts it. This is how he puts it. He says, therefore, be alert and remember that for 3 years I never stopped warning each one of you night and day with tears. And now I commit you to God and to the word of his grace. You have been taught by Paul. But Paul says, I commit you to him. We are not just here to further you, your pastor, and your agenda. Once you are that, you are a cult. You are a red flag, Bafanas. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. Okay? And then he says, who can build up? Who can build you up and give you an inheritance amongst all who are sanctified? Did you hear that? You heard it. You heard it. You have an inheritance amongst the believers. The moment that the devil's greatest weapon is to isolate you from the body. If he can do that, boom, he's got you. Walk taller, he's got you. So do not be cut off from the body because you feel like your church is special. Special. There is an inheritance for the believers. There's an inheritance amongst believers. Don't cut yourself off from that because your church wants to claim its own thing. Be careful of that. Strict Reality Show with daily Christian commentary videos. You think about what that means. He builds you up. He builds you up and gives you an inheritance. He builds you and gives you. Your maturity in the gifts and your contribution to the body builds you, and whatever your contribution is to the body, global church, not your church with 20 members, to the global church, your do not ever allow that to happen. That's why you will notice all cults isolate their people to themselves. ZCC were not Christians. Even though they have Zion Christian in their name, they say, no, we are not Christian. Rebazet. Rebanaba Moria. It's a cult mentality. It isolates people. Why? There's an inheritance amongst the saints. It is a very dire thing. You think this churches just function anyhow? No, isolate you from us being able to talk to you, because when you quote the Bible, you don't recognize it. It's very important. Yeah, you are Levana Papa. You are the children of Papa. Little do you know that is the isolation has started. When we say, but someone is wrong here. No, you must be fighting. The moment you are willing to co-sign a wrong, he's got you. Forget it. You know in your heart. You can scream about it and say what, but in your heart you know very well. In your heart you know very, very, very well. You have an inheritance amongst the believers, but that's if he has built you. If he is the one who's built you, you have an inheritance among the saints. But if he's not the one who has built you, questions arise. If he causes you, if the devil can win at getting you to isolate yourself from the church, he's got you. Why? You are not part of this. We're not even saying you are not saved. We don't know if you are, but you are not part of this. Why? Because he hasn't built you. He builds you to be a benefit to the body. It's Ricky. Other episodes are to be done in the pinned comments. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I'm going to check you out on a later on. I'll have a blessed day. And Swazi, it is to the Most High we bring our service. It is to the Most High. I'm not here to fulfill there's some guys' agendas of empire. I'm not empire people here. I'm not empire state. You know? I'm not empire. No. Nope. It is to the Most High my service goes. My life is too short to be valued only for your contribution, for your estate, for your to build a. When look at me, do I look like? Okay, I'm here to serve men's goals, men's agenda. It is to the Most High. In case, Papa, you don't know, there is one who's greater than you. You just don't know him. Otherwise, you will never claim it the way you do. Yes, be proud of being part of a certain church and so forth, of course. But when wrong is wrong, and you are still writing you've entered trouble. He's isolating you. Not Bushiri. No. The devil is isolating you from the body. Because now, I can't say I agree with you. No, on what? We agree on what? Wrong. Right. They're still going to resign. They're still going to resign. It's Ricky, we're done.